The coastal vessel Orange, you are under arrest. You are under arrest. Will you please stop your engines?
Gee, sorry, I guess we must have made a mistake, the same mistake you guys made when you wrecked our Zodiacs, over.
Yeah, they're being launched and refueled by a gunboat, which is 2 miles behind us. Each inflatable carries 4 police officers armed with machine guns, tear gas bombs, over.
Our presence in the Faroe Islands did prevent whales from being killed for a 3-week period, and this is the first time that whales were not killed in the month of June for a couple of 100 years. So we did have an effect there, but most importantly, our effect was symbolic, and it has made people all around the world aware of this issue, and that will save thousands of whales.
We've been fighting to protect dolphins since the mid-70s. Our first campaign was to oppose the tuna fleet, which were killing dolphins. An estimated 17 million dolphins were killed by the US and Latin American tuna fleets. We led the effort to expose that during the 80s. We got covert film footage showing them killing the dolphins, and we're very much a part of that program to boycott tuna products until they agreed to no longer kill dolphins. We went from that campaign to also to protecting dolphins, first at Iki Island in 1981 and again in 1982. And we were actually able to shut down the dolphin kill in Iki Island. We began our efforts against the Faroe Islands in 1983, and we had confrontations with the Faroese in 1985, 1986, 2000, 2010, and every year since then.
In 2010, I was sent to the Danish Faroe Islands in the North Atlantic, this remote outpost where pilot whales are killed in this very dramatic, horrific, violent drive. These pilot whales' entire pods are driven to beaches where men and boys stand waiting with knives and hooks, ready to slaughter them en masse. The sea around this pristine archipelago turns literally blood red.
Well, they've beaten up crew members, they've arrested crew members, they've made threats against people's lives. So it's always a very, very tense situation for any of the crew that go in there. You really have to be able to go in there and not back down to their bravado and just look them in the eye and say, well, we're here and we're here to defend the whales, we're here to defend the dolphins, and we don't care what you do. In 2003, one of our photographers, she went to Taiji. That was the first exposure.
So in 2003, I was on board of the 𝗱𝗶𝗃𝗃, and I got asked by Captain Watson if I wanted to go to Taiji. And of course, I didn't hesitate and said, sure, I'll go to Taiji. We were a very small crew, there was 4 of us. We saw a number of pods being driven, and we decided it was enough, that we would make a difference. We'd go in and actually try to release the dolphins. And then we went into the waters, opened up the nets, and the dolphins started escaping. At that time, the fishermen came back and they sort of pushed us out of the water. We were arrested. They put the nets back in place, and the remaining of the dolphins were eventually slaughtered. But we knew that we were able to save 15 dolphins from certain death.
And then in 2010, we followed up on that by having the Cove Guardian program to, a continuous presence in Taiji. The dolphin drive in Taiji has been going on since the 60s, and It's motivated by a demand by marine aquariums around the world to get dolphins. So what they do is they drive entire pods in. They select the best specimens and sell those to the dolphinarian. And then they kill the rest of the dolphins for meat.
What we need to focus on now is the captive dolphin industry. If we can take away the need for these dolphins to be sold into a life of slavery, if we can take away that desire, there simply won't be any more drives. So by taking away that source of income, we believe that we have a good chance of shutting down the dolphin drives in Taiji.